Turn, if you would, with me once again to the book of 2 Peter. We'll be looking at 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 10 through 18. We'll be finishing up for 2 Peter this morning and returning to Isaiah for the second half of that book next week, Isaiah chapter 40. But as we finish up the book of 2 Peter, I want to share with you a family joke that I had with my mother growing up. All our family joked about this. My mother would say, "Someday my ship will come in." And we used to joke that it must have sank off the coast because it never seemed to come. But Peter reminded us in this letter that we often treat the coming of Jesus, his return, like a joke. Sometimes we say, well, it's not happened. It's been a long time. Maybe he's never going to come after all. And Peter is reminding us all that's a terrible tack to take, and it's certainly not the way that we of the faith of Jesus Christ take his promises. In fact, Peter's teaching in this context reminds us this is no joke. It is in fact the truth of the promise that he will come back. And because he will come back, it spurs us on to follow him in the way that we live according to his grace until he returns. That's the theme this morning as we seek to understand what it means for our life that Jesus will come back. Follow along as I read, beginning verse 10 of chapter 3 in 2 Peter. "But the day of the Lord will come like a thief, and then the heavens will pass away with a roar, and the heavenly bodies will be burned up and dissolved, and the earth and the works that are done on it will be exposed. Since all these things are thus to be dissolved, what sort of people ought you to be in lives of holiness and godliness,